What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV, back at it again with another banger, my friends. So kick back, relax, and come take a ride with me. So, South Carolina has another big matchup in this gauntlet 5-game stretch against all these ranked opponents. They got Alabama next up, and the Crimson Tide could be without one of their best players, so that's definitely something to watch. But Dawn Staley knows this team is capable of beating them if they do not come with their A game. They could be in some trouble. Those are her words, not mine.
Alabama's always tough. They're well coached. They always have great guard play. They can shoot the ball. If they're allowed to make what they're comfortably take each game, we're in trouble. Hard place to play as well. So for us, it's our habits.
Alabama's coach also has a very, very high things to say about Dawn Staley and her regard and how she has built her program up from the ground up and been the pillar of not only the SEC but the standard of women's college hoops.
There's no question that Dawn truly cares about women's basketball. She cares about our league. She cares about everything that's, good in our sport. And I just have so much admiration for how she has built South Carolina, the support that community and university has given her. And, we all want our programs to rise to that level. The way she's done it with hard work and grit and toughness, I have a lot of respect for that. So there's so many great coaches in our league, and I think we truly all want our programs to be at the highest level, and Dawn has always supported the building process here and how we've gone about what we've done. So I will always appreciate that.
Now, Alabama is on a 14-game home winning streak right now. They're 16-2 on the season, 3-1 in the SEC, and they're coming off a win against a very tough and scrappy Ole Miss squad. Coach Christy Curry has been with the Crimson Tide since 2013. They've been hot the last couple of years. They've been rolling. They've made the past 2 NCAA tournaments and gave Texas a fight in last year's tourney in the second round. They finished 24-10 respectfully last season. Now, the big question is, will Sarah Ashley Barker play? She's a 6-foot guard who's been dealing with a lower leg injury that she sustained back on January 2nd. She's been day-to-day for a while now, but Alabama is 2-1 without her. But she is one of their leading scorers, averaging 15.6 points per game. She also averages 5.9 rebounds per game, and she's shooting an impressive 49.7% from the field. She's their second leading scorer behind superstar guard for the Tide, Zay Green. Yo, when I tell you Zay Green is absolutely a bucket, averaging 16.7 points per game on the season. And you look at the film, good size, nice shot, nice handle, can create separation, shot maker off the dribble, good in the pick and roll. ISO, she can definitely be a problem. And we saw how guards that have been in the SEC have played against South Carolina. And I tell you, some of these guards in the SEC, Mississippi State guards started off hot. If you're ISO and go one-on-one, hey, and you can make perimeter shots, you can get these bigs and pick and roll mismatch situations for South Carolina. I'm telling you, these guards are shot makers. They can cause some problems, man. Green is a walking bucket. Love her game. Smooth. She's been around the SEC. Continues to be that leading scoring threat for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Solid shot maker. Gotta suffocate her. Gotta deny her the basketball. Gotta make her uncomfortable. Aliyah Na is another very talented shooter. She's coming off a career game. She's also shooting 44.8% from behind the arc. She's hit 65 of 145 attempts, and she's averaging 14.8 points per game. Third best on the team. Simply said, she has got a ratty. She will let that thing fly. She can definitely get hot, streaky shooter, and bust this thing wide open for Alabama, man. So the guards, the perimeter, I'll tell you right now, Raven Johnson, Malaysia Full Wiley, Tahina Powell, Tessa Johnson will have their hands full with a talented Crimson Tide backcourt. Looking at it from South Carolina, they're coming off a big win. I mean, first off, I'm still just reeling off that Texas win. We just saw so much just dominance in that game, and they're supposed to be the biggest test for South Carolina in the SEC. We did not see that. Madison Booker got shut down, and these Alabama guards are going to have a tough time creating separation too. Now, if they allow Alabama to hang around and make shots, it could be interesting. I don't expect a complete dominant blowout, but I will say that same Texas team that South Carolina blew the doors off of, they beat this same team by almost 40 in Alabama. So I'm just saying that is something to note here. It could possibly get ugly. In the paint, I think Alabama's not a super big team. So I think the strategy's got to be to go into the paint, get Joyce Edwards going early, get Chloe Kitts going early, get Sanaya Fagan touches early, pound that ball in the paint, crush their will on the glass, and create turnovers defensively. Pressure these guards, make them uncomfortable, guard them for 94 feet, suffocate them, cause them to be uncomfortable, make turnovers, and those points get translated into turnover points on transition points on the other end. South Carolina's depth too, I will say, Alabama relies heavy on their top 6 players. They don't go super deep into the bench with big minutes, so the starters are going to play a lot of minutes. The South Carolina depth will be a weapon in this contest. Them putting in that second unit to wear Alabama down. Alabama is a good shooting team. They can knock down the 3. They definitely can score the basketball, but I mean, in the games they've lost, they've been completely shut down. Their biggest win probably against the top 15 team in Michigan State at the time. But other than that, and Ole Miss, I think, was a very good victory for them as well. They're hungry. They're scrappy. They're going to come play hard. They're going to give South Carolina their best shot, because South Carolina is a lot of these teams' Super Bowls, and they're looking up at South Carolina, trying to emulate what Coach Don Staley is doing out there with this program. But Coach Don Staley has been very vocal, saying there is no easy nights in the SEC, and if you can get a blowout, you better do it. Alabama's going to come out. They're going to shoot the basketball. They're going to rely on their guards, and, hopefully they're at full strength so we get a really good game. But that is going to be an injury to watch. We mentioned earlier, South Carolina depth. Tessa Johnson, Tahina Powell's been playing great. Raven Johnson, Malaysia Full, Wiley have really stepped up in the last couple of games. Y'all go check out my previous video on that from yesterday. But Alabama, I'm expecting to really make a statement in this game. I think they do win by double digits, but I don't think it'll be more than 20. I think this game will be close in the first half. Second half, that South Carolina depth will do what it does to so many opponents before them. Before Alabama, it will wear them down, and that second unit will push this team to a victory. Looking ahead, man, I'm excited for this game. It's another ranked opponent for South Carolina to add to the resume, a potential Tier 1, Quadrant 1 win if they get it done. So we will see, man, but obviously, Coach Don Staley and the South Carolina group are not taking Alabama lightly at all. That is a wrap for us. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, comment, like, share, all that good stuff. Join our memberships. We got exclusive content coming daily, weekly, whenever you need it. And follow us on social media at Brandon Lee TV. Again, that's a wrap for us. For all the latest and the greatest, I am Brandon Blakeney, a.k.a. Brandon Lee TV, your host. Until next time, we out.